stop it. 2-1 to Barcelona. Leo Messi, is he human?
I'm not sure he is. He's got some kind of sixth sense. It's like in his brain he's got a series of CCTV cameras and he can see every single angle of the entire pitch at all times. And like you say, he doesn't even need to look up to see where the goal is. He knows not only where the goal is, not only where Keylor Navas is, but he knows exactly where that tiny little gap is to the right-hand side of Keylor Navas, just inside the post, and he buries it in just about the only place that the ball would have gone in.
What a start to the second half. Barca with 10 men, that's exactly what this game needed. Benzema penalised for being too physical on Gerard Piqué there. Free kick to Barcelona. They've got exactly what Ernesto Valverde will have told them they needed. I think Suarez is very lucky there, and Varane is right to be furious.
I think they both look towards the referee, both Nacho and Varane, as if to say, well, obviously that's going to be a free kick, and for some reason the referee doesn't blow. It's more than a foul because he actually kicks out. It's completely deliberate from Suarez.
Very fortunate, Rafa Varane. That one fell to after the deflection. Barcelona turning the pressure on here. Casemiro loses his footing. Problems for Madrid here. Leo Messi on the ball. Here's Suarez. He's got Rakitic outside him. Rakitic! Oh, it's fallen loose and Suarez. The whistle had gone. The whistle had gone. But Keylor Navas is suffering from nerves out there. Whether he heard the whistle or not, he spills it into the path of Luis Suarez. A let-off for Real Madrid.
Action-packed once again this second half, just as the first half was.
Oh, what a challenge from Rakitic on Modric. Sheer class there. Barcelona breaking away through Piqué. Messi turning away from Casemiro. Piqué with a touch. Can't quite feed it to Suarez. Suarez gives him a mouthful. Nacho to play the ball out for Real Madrid. Toni Kroos to Gareth Bale.
Ivan Rakitic had just filled in at centre-back for Gerard Piqué. So well drilled, this Barca side, as are Real Madrid.
It's Gareth Bale on the ball. Still Gareth Bale. Rakitic doing enough to put the Welshman off. He finds Marcelo anyway. Asensio inside to Bale. Marcelo to Kroos. Toni Kroos finds Luka Modric. Now Benzema. Modric. Benzema thinks about dummying the shot, plays it out to Nacho. Nacho's cross comfortably dealt with by Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Well, here's that incident again. The flag's gone up for offside against Rakitic. A tight call, Duncan. I'm not convinced that was offside.
Nor am I.
A let-off there for Real Madrid. And you could say that they were unfortunate with the challenge from Suarez on Varane, leading to Messi's goal. Swings and roundabouts. Busquets caught by Gareth Bale, who can't keep the ball in play. It'll be a throw to Barcelona as Ernesto Valverde prepares the second change. Paulinho for Andres Iniesta.
Well, he wasn't 100% fit, Andres Iniesta.
I'm sorry, let's just listen to the applause and the ovation for this man. A historical moment. Adios to Andres Iniesta, his final Clásico appearance. Let the Camp Nou speak. Well, it's one of those moments when the hairs all over your body stand up. Pure emotion. Andres Iniesta will never see his like again in a Clásico. Adios, Andres. Gracias. Thank you for everything you've given us over the years. One of the greatest players in the history of football. Andres Iniesta.
Still got a couple of games left at the Camp Nou before he officially says adios. A home game against Villarreal and the final game of the season at home against Real Sociedad.
Semedo showing confidence on the ball, lays it off to Suarez, gets the return ball, in comes the cross, and it's Paulinho, seconds away from it, I think he even gives Keylor Navas a kiss on the head there. Congratulations to the Costa Rican keeper. What an impact Paulinho's had. Barca's so close to making it 3-1.
Well, he absolutely clatters Keylor Navas here, and Paulinho very aware that he went straight through the Costa Rican goalkeeper. Obviously, he had to go for that. Boy, it was a 50-50. Sure. But he may have winded Keylor Navas. Brilliant from Semedo on the right-hand side. It's been a tentative first season, perhaps, from him, but I think he's a really good signing, and there you just see Paulinho really does clatter into the Real Madrid goalkeeper.
I mean, it's more his ball than Navas's, to be quite honest. I agree with your comment about Semedo. He's shown more since coming on at half-time than practically we've seen all season. He was absolutely brilliant in that attack. And at the moment, Real Madrid just getting a bit ahead of themselves. They've lost the composure a little bit. They know it's game on, and they're pressing high to Barca's 10 men, but they're getting caught on the break. Rakitic clattered into by Ramos. 100,000 people screaming for a second yellow card. He's going to have to do a little bit worse than that to see it, I think.
Yeah, it's not bad enough for a second yellow card, but it's in the referee's mind now. He's getting closer to that red card, Sergio Ramos. I'm sure many people will have predicted a Sergio Ramos red in this game.
Sergio Busquets finds Paulinho superbly well. This is the sort of game Paulinho enjoys, I think, against the odds. Leo Messi, brilliant interception there from Nacho. Messi wins it back. Nacho to Casemiro. Modric, the tackles flying in. Modric finding Gareth Bale. He gets away from Messi. Look at Jordi Alba sprint back. Does brilliantly to find Casemiro. Casemiro forced back by the pressure from Busquets. Cruz to Benzema. Marcelo outside him. Benzema. Marcelo's cross. And it's blocked by Gerard Piqué and played out by Rakitic. Now Busquets.
Brilliant football once again from Real Madrid. How they move the ball so quickly from right to left, from defence to attack.
Sorry, Duncan. Look at Semedo go again. Again, the high foot from Ramos. And again, the crowd appealing. I think he's probably got two more of that kind of standard before the referee will say, OK.
Well, to be fair, I don't think there's anything wrong with this one. He goes for the ball, wins it. You could claim it's dangerous play because his foot's quite high, but it would be very unfair to give him a yellow card for that because Busquets does duck to head the ball as well.
A free kick given. Suarez on the ball. Now Busquets. Umtiti. Jordi Alba. Playing a lovely 1-2. Paulinho. Alba sprinting away from Bale. He turns. Paulinho. Messi, Paulinho, Rakitic is free, leaves it for Semedo. Applause from the home fans. Semedo back to Rakitic. Now Busquets. Through the middle to Messi. Superbly. Oh, Messi gets away, wins a free kick. Another one. This is very nicely set up for Leo Messi. And I agree with you, Duncan McMath. The Barca got 12 players out there.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? And I tell you what, if Leo Messi could draw an X on the field of where he wants a free kick, it would be just about here. Perfect position for Leo Messi. We've seen him score 6 free kicks this season in La Liga, and most of them from more or less this kind of range. But yeah, it's incredible. I think if you look at it, Real Madrid were the underdogs at the start of this game, in fairness, considering Barca's form in La Liga, considering the fact that Barca have won the title, considering the fact that they haven't been beaten during the entire campaign. And for the first time with 11 versus 10, Real Madrid was suddenly in the driving seat, and they haven't been able to cope with that.
Still a long way to go, 30 minutes. There's 24 metres for Leo Messi. No question of shenanigans. Various players standing around the ball trying to surprise the keeper. Everybody here knows who it's going to be. It's going to be Leo Messi. Up he steps. Straight into the wall. Headed clear by Rafa Varane. It'll fall for Messi. Asensio following him. Semedo will win it. Who does that? Wasn't Semedo, it was Umtiti. Semedo hanging back. Now they swap positions. It's played back to Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, and listen to the Camp Nou bay. Semedo to Busquets. Something like the confidence in this Barca performance in the second half. Messi on the ball. Casemiro with a clean, clear challenge there. Asensio. Toni Kroos. This is where Barcelona can struggle. Benzema calling for it. Kroos laying it off to Luka Modric. Asensio. Marcelo. Telegraphing the return ball to Asensio, plays it in low. Samuel Umtiti with the clearance, only as far as Sergio Ramos. He's going to try. Well, he was looking to set up a shot there. Perhaps sensibly plays it wide to Nacho instead. Varane back to Nacho once more. Modric. Ramos. Overhits it from Marcelo, keeps it in play. Passes it straight back to Semedo. Busquets. Casemiro takes it away from Rakitic. Looking very calm and composed. Casemiro. Here's Gareth Bale. Now Benzema. Still Benzema. Back to Gareth Bale. He gets it on the left foot. Blocked by Samuel Umtiti. Umtiti gets it away only as far as Varane. Benzema again. Still Benzema. Gareth Bale gets through, goes to ground. Play on, says the referee. And all of a sudden, Real Madrid are missing the presence of Cristiano Ronaldo. Because when Ronaldo's involved in that kind of situation, there's always fear among the defenders. But he's suddenly not there, and you think maybe Barcelona can deal with this.
It's a big loss, isn't it? It's a huge loss. It's equivalent to Barca suddenly having to play without Leo Messi. They're such vital players in the team, and so much of the danger and the football goes through them.
Luka Modric. Moments of sustained attacking football from Real Madrid, but they're not really getting past the line of the edge of the penalty area. Gareth Bale in that prior move going down. Referee waving away all appeals. Here's Asensio. Marcelo in space. There's a chase back for Semedo. Marcelo cuts it back. Wrong footing Benzema. And it's Rakitic who gets it away. Only as far as Ramos. Kroos back to Varane. It's Messi. Look at Messi run. And when Messi runs, the whole team run. Nacho.
There's no choice in this second half. Playing with one man less, Barca have to run. They have to pressure. They have to make it as difficult as possible for Real Madrid, and they certainly have done. The opening half of this second period, Real Madrid have barely had the ball. Now, for the first time, they're starting to dominate possession.
Gareth Bale, 97,000, the official crowd at the Camp Nou tonight. Decaffeinated, who said that? Falls for Gareth Bale. Varane. Casemiro. Asensio. Marcelo in masses of space. Asensio goes it alone, lays it off to Marcelo. He in turn finds Luka Modric. Thinks about a shot. Instead finds Bale. Bale, a little flick back to Benzema. Umtiti sticking with him, shadowing him. Benzema's cross. Asensio completely miscues it. It might fall for Marcelo. Marcelo goes to ground. Goal kick.
Once again, brilliant from Semedo. Uses his body really, really well. Judges the flight of the ball. Knows it's going to bounce out of play. This was a chance, though, for Asensio with the quality and composure he's got. You'd have thought he'd have done a little bit better.
Well, if ever the Camp Nou was the 12th man or the 11th man for this second half, now is the time. And if you thought that Barcelona, having won the league, didn't really care too much about the going unbeaten aspect of it, think again, because there's 97,010 people there who are desperate not to lose this match. Lucas has been brought on to replace Nacho. There's Nacho. I wonder if we'll get a word with him at some stage, letting us know what that little difference of opinion was with Gerard Piqué in the tunnel.
Biggest attendance of the season in La Liga, biggest attendance of the season at the Camp Nou, which is La Liga's biggest stadium. As you'd expect for El Clasico, it's absolutely packed to the rafters. Lucas Vázquez coming on, just giving Real Madrid a little bit something more in attack. Nacho fills in very well at right back, but he's not a right back, he's a centre back. Lucas Vázquez isn't a right back either, but he certainly gives you more options going forward.
And it might just mean Gareth Bale can move into a more central attacking position. Here is Lucas. Now Benzema. Now Gareth Bale. Bale gives it away to Rakitic. Good interception by Rakitic. Oh, it's a nutmeg on Ramos, and it's brilliantly defended by Varane. Casemiro with a challenge on Rakitic. Play on, says the referee, Marcelo. End-to-end stuff here as Asensio looks to combine with Benzema, and Semedo showing tremendous pace and determination. Once again, this could be the making of Semedo for Barca tonight. Halfway through the second half, Barcelona maintain the tightest of leads, and since minute 44 have been down to 10 men. Toni Kroos on the ball. Now Luka Modric. Wrong-footed Gareth Bale. Umtiti to Suarez. Suarez to Messi. The flag's down. Leo Messi's through. Messi against Ramos. Messi! Keylor Navas! Enormous from the Costa Rican keeper. Messi, I think, just ran out of gas at the last minute there. Huge save from Keylor Navas. That was the game in that one split second when Messi puts it to the left of Navas. Navas reacts. What a brilliant through ball from Suarez in the first place.
Yeah. Once again, just showing how these two players are on the same wavelength. There was one poor touch from Leo Messi that just took him a little bit too far wide, and it made his angle more difficult. But a brilliant save nonetheless from Keylor Navas.
Corner for Barcelona. Nobody's shown too much of a rush to get over there and take it. It's going to be Rakitic.
Sergio Ramos complaining to the referee that Rakitic biding his time.
The whistle goes. Rakitic. Ramos got his head to it. Suarez underneath it, brings it down well. Ramos there again, another corner for Barcelona. Into the last 20 minutes now. Serious look on the face of Zinedine Zidane. Leo Messi wandering over there, biding his time as well. Messi on a yellow card, remember. Fourth corner of the game. They've all been for Barcelona. It's Leo Messi. And it's Benzema got his head to it. Gareth Bale heads it further clear. Busquets up there with Luka Modric. It's a throw into Real Madrid. There's Lucas. Casemiro. Asensio's got Marcelo ahead of him. Marcelo, return ball. And that was very poor between the two of them. Complete lack of communication.
Not for the first time either. On a couple of occasions, we've seen that Marcelo and Asensio quite clearly aren't on the same wavelength tonight. They've not communicated well.
Marc-Andre ter Stegen is going to send it long. Suarez backing into Ramos. Ramos managed to get the ball to Toni Kroos. Here's Casemiro to Modric. Modric helps it on its way. Lucas Vázquez. Lucas back to Modric. Again, Marcelo in masses of space. Kroos to Asensio. Goes through the middle. Gareth Bale! What a finish! Gareth Bale! The Cardiff Express leaves his mark on the Clasico too. 72 minutes on the clock. Real Madrid equalise. And it's Gareth Bale who does it. And I'm not sure if Barca have too much left in the tank to be able to respond again. Gareth Bale with the most astonishing left foot strike, giving Marc-Andre ter Stegen no chance. It's Asensio with the pass. First time, right into the top corner. Golazo!
It's a brilliant strike from Gareth Bale. His 13th La Liga goal of the season. Look at it. Starts it outside the post. It curls in just inside the post, beyond Ter Stegen. Absolutely nothing the German goalkeeper could do about that one. It's a brilliant pass as well from Marco Asensio, right onto the spot that Gareth Bale wanted it. It meant that the Welshman could meet it perfectly on the run and sweep it into the back of the net. Brilliant strike from Gareth Bale.
Without celebration as well, just showing once again the desire this Madrid team have to prevent Barcelona from becoming the invincibles of La Liga. And there's 17 minutes to go. Anything can happen here. Rakitic on the ball, Semedo in masses of space. Instead, Rakitic going through the middle. Now he decides to find Semedo. Busquets offering support. Back to Rakitic. Semedo again. He's got Marcelo and Ramos to get away from. He's looking very confident. Back to Busquets. Busquets to Messi. Messi finding Paulinho. Semedo. A little bit static then. Semedo didn't offer the chance of a break down the right. Rakitic turns away from Asensio with ease. He goes down. Play on, says the referee. No, free kick. No, play on. It's played back to Umtiti. Gerard Piqué. Semedo. Back to Piqué. Rakitic. Piqué making the run. Advantage Casemiro. Ramos to Cruz. Benzema. Gets away from Rakitic. Is Marcelo. Crossfield ball. Collected by Asensio with difficulty. He's got Lucas outside him. Prefers to go inside. Luka Modric. Toni Kroos. Bale. Marcelo. Benzema wants it on the far post. Kroos. Asensio. Lucas. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. 15 minutes to go, Duncan. 2-2. Superbly balanced.
It really is. And as we felt almost throughout the entire game, you've got no idea what's going to happen next. We've seen Barca dominate, we've seen Real Madrid dominate. You think that as Barca tire with one man advantage, Real Madrid are going to be able to push on for this third goal, maybe pinch it.
Gareth Bale. Lovely ball to Asensio, just nonchalantly volleys it down to Lucas, gets the return ball. Asensio gets it onto his left foot. Marcelo juggling from the little Brazilian. Down he goes. If that's not a penalty, it's a yellow card. It looked to me like it could have been a penalty.
I agree.
I think this game's got out of the hands of referee Hernandez some time ago. I think that incident with Sergio Roberto at the end of the first half added to that missed punishment for Gareth Bale for that challenge earlier. I think he's got a little bit out of his hands. And this time he has given a free kick and it's a yellow card to Gareth Bale. Again, that's an easy crowd-pleasing decision because Bale isn't on a yellow card. There's one for Marcelo now. The whole defence has picked up a yellow card.
And that'll be Marcelo, of course, complaining that he didn't get the penalty just a couple of moments ago. I think we'll see in the replay that he absolutely should have done. Gareth Bale can count himself a little bit lucky because he should have had a yellow card in the first half for a really nasty challenge on Samuel Umtiti.
I'm sorry to disagree with you, Duncan. He should have had a red card in the first half.
Now let's see this one. This is a good angle to see it from. It's a penalty.
Penalty.
Is it blatant?
Like a cathedral. Absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. I think he gets him twice, doesn't he? And there's Ronaldo's response. I can understand the annoyance.
I think it's a case of levelling it up. He knows that
but
he
that's
gave a
not
red
the
card.
referee's
No,
job.
absolutely not. And the red card was the right decision.
Yeah.
So he has to make the right decision there as well, which should have been a penalty to Real Madrid. Don't forget as well, there was a blatant foul from Luis Suarez in the build-up for the Real Madrid's goal as well.
For the Barca goal.
For the Barca goal, beg your pardon.
Little bit of fortune smiling on 10-man Barcelona there. Modric getting there ahead of Paulinho. Here's Lucas. Toni Kroos enjoying more space and time on the ball in the centre of the park than he has done all night. Benzema to Marcelo. Benzema. Kroos to Asensio. Modric. Lucas Vazquez. Return ball towards Modric, but protected by Samuel Umtiti. It goes out for a goal kick. Oof. I mean, that's a tremendously wild challenge from Jordi Alba, and that is a stone wall penalty. I cannot understand how the referee missed it.
I
can't understand. Therefore, I'm inclined to accept your argument that he's trying to balance things. But what are you trying to balance? That's not a referee's job. You blow what you see at the moment, and that should have been a penalty.
I think it's a case of bravery, Simon, if I'm perfectly honest with you. I don't think he was brave enough to give a penalty to Real Madrid in the last 15 minutes of a game at the Camp Nou when he knows what's at stake here, and that's Barca's unbeaten record.
Toni Kroos drives it in towards Lucas. Keeps it in play, but it's advantage Alba. Luis Suarez, Umtiti, bullied off it by Lucas. The whistle goes, free kick in favour of Barca. It's quickly taken. Paulinho to Leo Messi. Caught from behind by Marcelo. Play on. Rakitic gets to it. And the ball goes through into the dominions of Keylor Navas. Marcelo. Toni Kroos. Modric.
Barca, even with 10 men, still just dominating possession with 53%.
Asensio. Benzema, Modric, yours, mine, yours, mine. Modric wide to Lucas. Lucas's cross blocked by Jordi Alba. Corner to Real Madrid. 10.5 minutes left on the clock. Barcelona 2, Real Madrid 2. I can't understand why he doesn't give a free kick for that one either. The referee had a brilliant view of it.
Again, he's trying to level it up. He didn't want to upset Marcelo on that occasion.
Miscued by Lucas. It's blocked by Gerard Piqué. But unfortunately, Duncan, that's the worst thing a referee can do.
Completely. Every decision, you then have to forget it. Surely it has to go out of your head, and you have to call everything by what you see in front of your eyes. You can't be thinking of previous decisions.
I mean, I saw that challenge by Marcelo from behind on Messi live. It's right in the centre circle, and I thought, well, the referee's so well placed. His wave play on, it must be far less than what it looked like live, but it's worse. Modric with the shot, nowhere near the target. I mean, the challenge is far worse than it appeared live. I just think, unfortunately, if there's one person who's not playing at the top of his game, it's Mr. Hernandez tonight. What a goal, though, from Messi.
Such a good finish.
But equalled, I think, by Gareth Bale's strike at the other end.
Very different. Bale's was first time, and he absolutely hammered it. But it was a similar kind of curling effort that started outside the post and bent inside.
Varane getting the better of Paulinho in the air from the clearance by Ter Stegen. Lucas losing out. Busquets to Alba. Flick on from Suarez. Paulinho in the direction of Messi. Messi gets the better of Ramos. Marcelo's sprinting back. Messi gets into the area. Drives the shot. So close from Leo Messi. The O forms in his mouth. Even Messi was surprised at what he just did there.
Brilliant. Brilliant from Leo Messi. I even think the deflection's excellent because he reads what Sergio Ramos is going to do. He manages to get his head in the way of the Ramos clearance, gets onto the ball, takes on Ramos again, and the shot narrowly wide.
And Messi gets the better of the Madrid defence once again. Rakitic to Messi. Lovely first touch. Messi! I think Navas gets a touch to that. I think that was on target. Everybody expecting the cross. A smile on his face because he's still got over 8 minutes to go to affect the final result of this game. And once again, the Camp Nou paying homage to its idol, to its god, to Leo Messi.
You just saw him. He looked to his left to see who was in the box. You just saw out of the corner of his eyes, he noticed that Keylor Navas was shifting across, expecting that cross to come into the box.
And with his right foot as well. Astonishing stuff. It's a corner. Rakitic to take it. The corner. Gerard Piqué got to it. Got some power behind it, but couldn't quite direct it. And even with 10 men, they're making the Real Madrid defence suffer. There's that Gareth Bale finish. Absolutely superb. That's the Gareth Bale of old. We've been waiting to see him all season. We've seen him in the odd moment, but he hasn't been given too many possibilities, but he liked that one.
Yeah, the technique's just absolutely superb.
Asensio for Real Madrid spies Marcelo. Marcelo gets it onto his right foot. Benzema. Bale leaves it. Modric. Bale. Marcelo. To Benzema once more. Danger here. Back to Marcelo. Whips the cross in. And somehow they managed to get it away. I think it came off Gareth Bale's head in the end. It'll be a goal kick. No, or is it a corner?
I think it's a corner, yeah. Gareth Bale definitely going for it at the far post, but there were two defenders that got there ahead of him.
Corner taken short. Here's Lucas Vazquez. Now Modric. Toni Kroos. Lucas gets the cross in, headed clear by Gerard Piqué. Another corner. Seems a bit annoyed there, Piqué.
He got it all wrong, didn't he? He was trying to head the ball clear and ended up putting it out for a corner kick.
Toni Kroos is replaced by Kovacic for the final 6 minutes plus. Referee calling just for the corner to be retaken. I'm not sure if Ramos is saying put it on the helicopter. Asensio swings into the far post. Flag up for offside.
Offside or maybe a push from Sergio Ramos. Good game, as always, by Toni Kroos.
Yeah, I thought it was slow to get into it, but absolutely crucial, composed presence there in midfield for Real Madrid. I think the free kick's been given against Ramos for putting his arms all over Ivan Rakitic. Ter Stegen to play along.
Yeah, it was a proper tangle, wasn't it, with Ivan Rakitic, who was looking at the replay, sort of 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, but I think a little bit more of Sergio Ramos, and he definitely had his hand sort of in the face of Ivan Rakitic.
Suarez doesn't mind too much that one being given against him. Happy just to have barged Sergio Ramos over. Showing tremendous spirit, these Barcelona players. Can they hold on? 5 minutes left. Kovacic with his first touch does brilliantly well. Gets it back from Benzema. Messi does enough to at least divert the direction of the ball. Is that Luis Suarez down? Yes. Or is it Paulinho? I can't quite
Suarez.
Players going over all over the pitch. It was Ramos there. Still play waved on. Lucas Vazquez on the ball. Barca with 9 players account at the moment. Asensio to Lucas. And it's Paulinho in the end. And Alba and Paulinho furious with Lucas because they're recriminating the fact that Suarez down and Madrid should have put the ball out of touch. And that, as far as I'm concerned, is complete nonsense.
It is.
Play to the referee's whistle.
No, it's the referee's responsibility. It's absolutely the referee's responsibility. We all know that's now the new rule. And
I mean, if Suarez injured himself by pushing Ramos off the ball, it does go down and the hand goes up in agony immediately. Let's see.
The thing is, Real Madrid have got no responsibility to keep the ball off.
No, absolutely.
And not only that, but for Paulinho to then be as furious as he was, it's just ridiculous.
It's playing to the crowd. It's trying to somehow lose a few more seconds
and influence the referee.
And influence the referee, of course. You know, we all know that's what they do. And Suarez is staying down. Now this is dangerous with Barca with 10 men. Semedo's come on. Paulinho's come on. One more change can be made if necessary. But quite possibly, with 87 minutes on the clock, this can mean the difference between the referee adding 3 minutes and 6. What a lovely strike from Gareth Bale. We've seen absolutely everything in this Clásico. I know a lot of people, well, Suarez has recovered. I know a lot of people were saying, yeah, but the league's all over. Madrid are concentrating on the Champions League. I can't remember the last game we've commentated, Duncan, when the desire to win of both teams has been so obvious.
I completely agree. You just need to remember that The Clasico never disappoints. It never, ever disappoints.
Messi claiming that he was fouled there. The referee saying the ball stayed in play. It's at the feet of Ramos. It's Kovacic. Oh, that's a poor ball. Just reaching Asensio though. Kovacic again, now to Marcelo. Asensio whips the cross in. Piqué with an acrobatic clearance. Rakitic missed it. Semedo gives it back to Kovacic. Rakitic is there again. Here's Suarez, miraculously recovered. Is brought down by Kovacic. Play on again, says the referee. Again, Barca with 9 men standing. Asensio whips the cross in. Semi-blocked by Rakitic. Marc-Andre ter Stegen's ball. Well, all eyes on Hernandez.
Surprise.
It's given away to Modric. Danger here. But Titi didn't know too much about that. Down he goes, winning the foul from Gareth Bale.
He absolutely throws himself to the ground there. It's funny, isn't it? Football is theatre sometimes, and it never gets more theatrical than El Clasico.
I'll tell you what, that was a pretty fine challenge from Kovacic as far as I'm concerned. I don't think that's a foul in a month of Sundays.
This was brilliant as well, because Karim Benzema was through there. I think he may have won the header, but Gerard Piqué got there first with a very acrobatic clearance.
Well, Ernesto Valverde preparing the final change. Paco Alcacer preparing to come on. Interesting choice.
Well, maybe Suarez has picked up a knock from all the times he's thrown himself to the ground.
Modric on the ball. Marcelo free, so too was Lucas on the right. He went left to the Brazilian. Now Kovacic. Modric. Gareth Bale to Lucas. Bale goes down under the challenge from Umtiti. Told to get up by the referee. Kovacic, Marcelo, Asensio, Kovacic to Casemiro, Lucas, Modric, lovely ball with the outside of the right foot to Marcelo, claims for handball from the fans, not the players. Marcelo, the chase there for Lucas, he can't get there. One of the biggest cheers of the night from the Camp Nou fans, and it is Suarez to be replaced by Paco Alcacer.
Hasn't had much of a run out this season, Paco Alcacer. He's scored a few goals when he's been counted on. He's got 4 in La Liga this season, but he's only taken part in 14 league games.
Most of those coming off the bench in the final minutes. Well, there's a standing ovation for Suarez. He scored the opener. A goal of superb fabrication, and he's getting the standing ovation because he's a fighter, and boy has he fought tonight. Hasn't always been within the spirit of the law, but he gives every single drop of sweat and, if necessary, blood for the team. And it's been a spectacular Clasico for Luis Suarez.
It has, yet again. So important for Football Club Barcelona. Such a talented player, such a natural goal scorer, and that connection he's built up with Leo Messi now is just fantastic. They're completely on the same wavelength. You remember that ball over the top, which put Messi one-on-one with Keylor Navas. Messi didn't actually score, but brilliant it was.
Paulinho getting into the box and winning a corner for Barca, and that was absolutely brilliant from a gentleman called Sergio Busquets. Alba was waiting to take the throw, didn't know who to give it to, passed it to Busquets. You expect control, pause, turn, pass. He just hoiked it over the top for Paulinho to chase. Player with a fresher pair of legs, and he's won a corner for Barcelona. And with 1 minute 20 seconds to go, they can really kill some time here.
That's the great thing about Sergio Busquets. He does all the simple things right, but he also gambles, he takes risks, and so often they pay off.
Rakitic with the corner. Piqué's up. Watch out for Gerard Piqué. It's come to Busquets, and the shot on the turn from Paulinho took a deflection. Offside. Well, we're into the final minutes. I'm sure we might play to 94:30 because of the substitution, but not much more than that. Can Barcelona hold on? Can Real Madrid break the season-long record of the Invincibles, champions of La Liga 2017-18? We'll find out over the next precious few seconds. It's Kovacic on the ball. Now Marcelo. Poor first touch from Gareth Bale. Gives Rakitic a chance to find Busquets. Busquets to Messi. First time to Paulinho. He's got options to his right, but he's going through the middle. He finally sees Rakitic, gives it away to Casemiro. Chance on the break for Madrid. Marcelo crossing the halfway line. There he finds Asensio. They really had chances there, Barcelona. Just the tiredness. The shot from Bale took a nasty deflection. It'll be a corner. 94 minutes are up. We're going to see the corner, Duncan. Stop biting your nails.
Everyone is, aren't they? And it just shows how much it means. It means so much to go all season undefeated, and Barca very nearly there. This was their biggest test, of course.
But the bogeyman, Ramos, is up there. This is Ramos' time. Dealt with. Another corner. Semedo the man.
Brilliant header.
The home fans screaming for the final whistle. This has to be the final play. Watch out for Ramos. Lucas with the corner. Gerard Piqué. And a free kick given in attack. And there's the final whistle. Football Club Barcelona 2. Real Madrid 2. Zinedine Zidane and Ernesto Valverde with a friendly greeting, as was the case between Ramos and the Barca player, who I have to say, I didn't quite catch who it was. That's why they call it a Classico, Duncan. You cannot get 90 more fun-packed, thrill-packed, quality-packed minutes than that.
I couldn't agree more. Action-packed and thrilling. They're the words you use to describe this game. You couldn't take your eyes off it for a single second. Fireworks all over the pitch, quality all over the pitch, entertainment from the first second to the last. A brilliant game of football yet again. El Clasico is the best game on the planet, and Barca are one step closer to going all season unbeaten. They've now got Villarreal at home, Levante away, and Real Sociedad at home. If they win those 3 games or draw them, they'll be the first ever team in a 20-team league to go all season unbeaten.
Now they call it the Clasico because these are the 2 biggest teams. Lovely images there of Alba, Ramos and Gerard Piqué, teammates in the Spanish national side. They would stab each other in the back during the 90 minutes if it meant getting an advantage. The whistle goes, and those images, that's what football's all about. That's why this is the greatest sport in the world. That's why this is the greatest game in the world. It doesn't matter if you support Barca or support Real Madrid. You have to admit the quality, the passion, the desire, the tactics, the technique, the skill, it's all there in one package, and it's a fantastic night of football. What an advert for La Liga Santander.
And not only that, Simon, it was the right outcome. It had to be a draw. No one deserved to lose.
Let's hear the words of Casemiro. A little bit controversial in a couple of moves. We had control of the game, but then they were playing with 10 men. And that makes a big difference over a whole half. But Messi's skill made it 2-1. We were without Cristiano. I thought we perhaps edged it a little bit, but it's a fair result. The referee should have given us a penalty, though, quite a clear one.
Now I'm going to ask you about the referee, because there were
intrascendente, visto,
A lot
como
of
sabéis,
interesting
entregado sobre todo
decisions.
en la primera parte los dos.
No, tenemos que dejar claro que no es culpa del árbitro ese empate.
We've got to say that we've drawn, and that's not the referee's fault. But there were maybe doubts about one or two games, but the referee does the best he can. I don't want to blame the referee. I think the draw was the fairest result for both teams, and I think everybody's enjoyed this game.
Por ejemplo, esa falta de Luis Suárez, ese penalti que hablas de Marcelo,
That
también es verdad que
foul
habéis echado
on Luis Suarez, or by Luis Suarez, the penalty as well for Marcelo, could have really changed the game. And also the red card for Sergi Roberto. There was a lot of tension.
Nosotros no podemos hablar del árbitro.
We don't want to talk about the referee.
What would you say? El árbitro quiere hacer lo mejor siempre.
The referee wants to do the best he can always. If he makes a mistake, well, you know, it can go one side or the other. I think this was a brilliant game between two teams who both played well. Both teams wanted to win. Barcelona's the champion, but I think both teams are the best in La Liga.
Your objective was obviously to try and beat Barca so they didn't complete the whole season without losing.
When you wear this shirt and you go out onto the pitch, when you wear this shield, it's very, very heavy. We go out there wanting to win every game. Barcelona are the champions, but we always want to beat them.
You lost at the Bernabeu, you've drawn here, you didn't manage to beat Barca this season.
Oh, well, I'm happy we're in the final of the Champions League. The rest I don't care about. They've been better than us in La Liga. They've won more points than we have. Important points. But we've got a great opportunity in a couple of weeks' time to be the best in Europe. The words there of Casemiro evaluating the labour of the referee, Mr. Hernandez, but without wanting to blame him for the final result. Spectacular images here of the Camp Nou. Let's see who we can grab to our microphones from the Barcelona side. Still celebrating out in the middle of the pitch. Nobody wanting to leave the Camp Nou.
Just soaking up the atmosphere, aren't they?
Absolutely, and quite right too. Players in the centre circle. I'm assuming they're waiting for Andres Iniesta to give him a good seeing off, as it were. I think that's the plan. And it may well take some time for us to get one of the Barca players on mic. Nobody moving from the Camp Nou. The fans with their messages to all the players, especially to Andres Iniesta tonight.
This is the first game at home, of course, since he officially announced that he'll be leaving Barca this summer, so an emotional night for Andres Iniesta.
So we are, the helicopters still swooping around and above the Camp Nou. And it is to be Andres Iniesta to receive the homage from his fans. Iniesta, thank you for everything. Playing football's very simple, was that message. Iniesta forever. Jordi Alba greeting him. Maybe the odd player here whispering in his ears to the bare foot, Andres Iniesta. Why don't you change your mind? Why don't you stay for a little bit longer? Okay, Messi, Busquets and Suarez having a joke there. Infinite Iniesta, we will miss you, is the message on that. Rather well-designed banner there. Quite impressed with that one.
It's a good one, yeah.
Andres Iniesta, I think they're saying thank you very much. And Duncan, it was Sunday evening up in the opposite end of the country, the northern coast of Galicia, where the players performed this, well, we're getting used to it now, this celebratory circle dance. Is based on the Catalan Sardana, the most famous local Catalan dance, introduced in the Pep Guardiola years to celebrate their triumphs. And that's what the players are doing out there today. Duncan, 90 minutes, 94 minutes of astonishing tension. But above all, the quality of the football on display from both teams. I would say from all 20...
Brilliant thing is that from the word go, there was no negativity. Both teams went for the victory. In past Clásicos, especially when Jose Mourinho was at Real Madrid, there was times when the focus was not losing rather than trying to win the game. But from the first minute Zidane's side and Ernesto Valverde's side, all they wanted to do was attack, all they wanted to do was entertain, all they wanted to do was score goals. And it was brilliant to watch.
It certainly was. Stellar performances from Leo Messi for Barca and Cristiano Ronaldo, whilst it lasted in the first half for Real Madrid. In the second half, Suarez, Bale, Benzema were all absolutely magnificent. You mentioned a couple of times or three in the second half. Semedo was very impressive. Paulinho came off the bench and had a crucial part to play. Rakitic and Busquets in central midfield for Barca. Kovacic when he came on. Casemiro, Modric and Kroos for Real Madrid. It would be difficult to think of a single player who didn't play one of his very best performances of the season tonight, and that's why this Clásico is the game that really does excite true football fans twice a year, all around the world. Football fans aren't stupid. They know where the best football can be seen, and the best football is when these two teams face each other in La Liga Santander, no question.
No, that's why this fixture never ever disappoints, because they're the best players in the world, they're the two best clubs in the world, guaranteed entertainment, and you can't say that about any other fixture really, but you can certainly say it about this one, and you can say it with utter confidence.
The players giving their thanks to the fans for their support all season, the fans thanking the players for their brilliant performances. I'm kind of amazed the players have still got the energy. Second half performance from Football Club Barcelona with 10 men.
Well, they're running on adrenaline, of course they are. They've just picked up a point against Real Madrid in El Clásico, and don't forget they won La Liga last weekend against Deportivo La Coruña away from home. So this is the first time that the fans at the Camp Nou can show their appreciation.
Well, we have to leave you now, I'm afraid, with the Football Club Barcelona players enjoying this moment of union with the 97,000 fans out there. Football Club Barcelona, La Liga champions 2017-2018. They're all smiling because they haven't lost the Clásico despite playing the second half with 10 men. It's been an astonishing season, and the beautiful thing, Duncan, and the most magnificent words I can think of to say right now is we've still got 3 matches left to watch this team and this man, Andres Iniesta. Thanks for watching us tonight from all around the world. We hope that you've enjoyed this even 1% as much as we have. It's been a massive privilege. The Clásico, Football Club Barcelona 2, Real Madrid 2.